Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Now Manning throwing on second down. Going left side, and he's got Donnell. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Manning. A dump off to Vereen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On the run, here's Vereen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To Vereen out in the flat. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's Prescott, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. first down throw for Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
Oh, emoji grinning face with smiling eyes. Emoji grinning face with smiling eyes. Emoji grinning face with smiling eyes. Emoji grinning face.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards
Touchdown.
up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Manning now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Justin Durant from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. On third and long, it's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So Manning to Beckham, and this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
He's got time in the pocket, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we still in the first quarter?
We are.
I mean, the pressure that's coming at him already, that's extensive. He's got to figure out how to sting the defense now. Because if they're coming at him so hard, you got to see if maybe some screens are coming up, some draw plays, maybe even a quarterback draw where he hurts him with his legs. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Hitting Donnell here, the tight end right side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 10-zip our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And you, as a former defender, should know that the referees are watching this closely. Defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down following the run.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
1 man in the backfield, Elliott, and he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out. Day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Time running out here on the play clock. And they just did not get the snap away in time. The penalty on first down backs them up 5. It's now first down at 15. They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have. Off in the physicality, he sets the tempo for the game.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
New York set to take the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We got four down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Whoosh.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. 2nd down and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They go to Elliott again. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run again with Vereen. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Strong left, strong left. Hey, I'm coming. Switch.
Working from the gun, Manning. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't
Yeah,
he?
we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
They'll run here with Vereen. And Vereen, sure does the big boy have the juice. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. So the Cowboys doing something there they did not do much of in 2015. Not only do they get the takeaway, but they also score.
And that's something you know they've been harping on, talking about. This is a defense that really struggled getting things done last year. Now they've got to get things moving in the proper direction. That play will help in a big way.
Just to put a bow on it, last year 11 takeaways, fewest in the league. Extra point try by Bailey. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a first down run here. This is Vereen. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a play fake. Manning finding time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Beckham. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. on the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They juked him. He won't go down. And New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
To throw is Manning. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
4 down. Come on, let's go.
Here's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. A screen here to Vereen. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Out on the right, this is Cruz. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, Eli Manning coughs up the football and usually does a pretty good job of taking care of it. What's he been in double digits in fumbles 3 times in his career?
Yeah, after 2015, I think he had 3 years of 10-plus.
Yeah, but one of the things... his offense and how he's functioned throughout his career, they throw the ball downfield a lot, which means what? You hold it longer in the pocket. That can affect things sometimes. More time in the pocket means more chances for someone to get to you.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Elliott. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half.
So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half. Of this Sunday night matchup.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half two. Williams to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
One man in the backfield, Elliott, and they'll give it to him here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a nice play by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Excellent body control. A tall corner who often has to really do a great job of bending his knees to stay with his receivers. He just did a nice job there. The man they call DRC got a PBU for pass broken up.
Look at you, Mr. Acronym. 18 yards there and a first down. And when he started rolling left there as a right-handed quarterback, I thought, boy, this third down play is going nowhere, but credit to him. Able to pick up the first.
And all you righties who are watching the game at home, get out of your chair, get off the couch, move to your left, and then rifle one. He may leave a hole in the wall, as you have to explain later, but you'll see how difficult that throw actually was.
A give to Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Throwing. Prescott escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's JPP, 7th-year man Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. We take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second look before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here's Vereen. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He's going to air one out. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that... The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Dallas, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Cowboys are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Buccaneers, who will be testing that coverage. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the #1 overall pick of these Bucs in the 2015 draft. Out of Florida State, the former Noel, Jameis Winston.
And he's always been a gym rat. He's always been a guy who just absolutely loves the game and loves everything about preparation. Watching tape, rallying teammates. He has a charisma that's just off the charts. How does he get better, though? Starting in year 2? Well, he worked on the offseason, lost weight, reconfigured his body. I think it's just a matter of continuing to take care of the football and continuing to lead his team. Because you know in Tampa Bay, they #believe in Jameis.
And his first pass is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's second down. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. The first carry now for Doug Martin. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got time in the pocket. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Prescott forced out to his left. And on the left side, he's got Witten. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Following the penalty, Martin. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your number one thing is protect the punter, because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken at around the 40. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Prescott on 1st down. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first-rounder, Vernon Hargreaves. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. He's going to get the football. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
Now that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Stocker's got it, complete. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things, but if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now the rookie, Roberto Aguayo, for the Bucs field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation. You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? Jordan McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college.
And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Humphries. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Martin.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And a 10th carry here for Martin. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Prescott buying time to his left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the 1st.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Elliott, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down following the run.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
To throw is Prescott. And some space here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go. 190. 190. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Here we go.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that is incomplete here.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Jameis to throw it. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. Now a second down throw for Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Drops it off to Martin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
They'll throw again. Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Again, it's Winston. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Terrell McClain in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. Have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jude I.J. Barima. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys will look to keep the pressure on in the second half. The Buccaneers are vulnerable right now, coming off a rough game a week ago, and still not really finding a way to get back on track. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Cowboys have it at the 4. Prescott's got it on the run, and they cap off the drive with a touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead to 11.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Williams to return. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Buccaneers defense, we watch them get set to go. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. A first down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down now after the pass completion. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And on the left side, he's got Witten. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
When you have a guy who has mobility, bootlegging him out of the pocket is often a big-time call, especially on a 4th down play. Gives him a run-pass option.
Yeah, but it's also gutsy, right, because you're exposing your quarterback quite a bit.
There's no doubt about that one at all, because on the bootleg, you've got to hope that the defensive ends or outside linebackers take the fake. If they don't, they're often right in the face of the guy trying to exit out. So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at it. Keep handing them the football.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to lose lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out of. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Justin Durant, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, these two, Winston and Evans, formed a pretty good bond in Winston's rookie year. But they're still getting to know each other, and this one's going to wind up intercepted.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Humphries. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is taken at the 15. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now down. Get set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Here's Winston, complete to Myers, the tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
1st down, here's the run with Martin. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. They run it again with Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. now come the Cowboys. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Room here to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready, blue 85,
2nd down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This will be taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Goes underneath to Martin. It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Bucs a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Jameis to throw it. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he pulls over it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The veteran linebacker, Darryl Smith, there to bring him down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. It's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. Good.
Now Moore. And a quick throw here that's complete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Third and long for Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Moore now. And this is going to be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Hurry up, here we go. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throw, and Winston lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Winston. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, The loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.